And ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are live. We are running on Stetson time. So yes, Porky, late again. And we're starting the beginning of a new series or segment. We're going to see how this adapts and evolves over time. But this is the first episode of We Recommend Cell Phone Plans. Dennis and I are here recommending the best unlimited data plans available for both single line users and for families. And we're going to be recommending plans to you based on what questions you have for us, what your situation is, what phone you have, if you want to finance your device, and things like that. So we're here. Dennis, how are you doing today?
I am doing well as always. For members that are part of the Patreon, I'm sure they can guess why. And that's because I got my smart couch and little lazy boy installed. So.
I saw that. That looks sick, Dennis. Absolutely amazing. So for this, I wanted to talk about best unlimited data plans. And I think when it comes to unlimited data, right, I think there's like three categories of people, I would say. You've got your entry-level unlimited plans. I've branded these as sort of fake unlimited plans before. And the idea here is they're low cost, but they include enough data for most people. And the benefit is really just you're saving a lot of money while getting something that meets your needs. The next category of unlimited plans, I would say, is that entry-level, truly unlimited data plan. And then I think the third category are the premium plans. So I think we should start, and I'm curious what the audience thinks as well as we dive into this. I think we should start with the best sort of value unlimited plans available in the industry. These would be considered maybe fake unlimited, but still going to meet the needs of a lot of people and going to save a lot of people a lot of money.
I like starting there, and I think we're gonna shock a lot of people here because this can be dissected a lot more ways. I see people commenting what we usually recommend, but I think we're gonna surprise some people. But okay, I want to pose an example right off the gate. Let's assume the customer has cable internet with one of the big carriers like Spectrum, Altice, or Xfinity.
Yeah.
What is your recommendation for the best unlimited plan for them, Stetson?
That is a great question. I think this can go in one of two directions. Let's start with the direction number one, and I'm going to add this to the stream right now. So this is bestphoneplans.net, best unlimited data plans. And if you're on a cable subscription, let's say you have Xfinity Mobile or you have Spectrum Mobile, I'm actually going to recommend you consider the unlimited plan from Xfinity or from Spectrum Mobile. Why is this? It starts out at $45 per month. And if we actually jump over to the full Xfinity Mobile page, you can see this drops to $30 a person when you've got 4 lines. This is a really, really good value.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Xfinity uses the Verizon network. They're, from what I've understood when I talked to Sneed, they're basically just reselling business lines. Like, they're not even like an MVNO in the traditional sense. They're just reselling like straight up business lines, apparently.
So it's a great plan. And, it's low cost, $30 a line versus I think Verizon is significantly more. Let's go to like a proper
Verizon starter would probably, Verizon starter would be the closest, I'd say.
If we're looking at multi-line, 4 lines, you're looking at $35 to $55 a month. So $30 a line is really good for Xfinity Mobile.
Actually, Xfinity Mobile is better than Verizon starter because it includes 5G.
Dennis, it includes 5G and you're getting hotspot data here. You're getting unlimited hotspot data at 600 kilobits per second, which is better than no hotspot data at all.
Yeah, so it'd be honestly, it'd be like if Verizon had a middle plan in between the two. Like that's where Xfinity
it's a baby step.
Yeah.
And I will say my biggest perk of Xfinity Mobile is you get device financing options, you get support for Apple Watch, you get support for tablets, and if you really wanted to, you could purchase the HD add-on to get HD streaming with this plan and to give you priority data. So that means you're getting higher speed data when the network is busy. And Dennis, I think you pointed out recently, they have some killer deals right now. $200 on iPhones, $400 off the Z Flip 3 5G, and $400 off the the Z Fold 3. So if you head on over to Xfinity Mobile site, these are great.
And Stetson, the deals don't end there. They're being really aggressive right now. Don't forget, you get the extra $10 discount off your internet bill, which you're probably
$10
paying.
off your internet. Yep.
But also, don't forget, they're running the Visa prepaid card that stacks with these $200 off promos that are going on, where you get $300 for your first line activating and a $100 Visa card for every additional line. And if you're someone that's like myself that doesn't like the financing, you bring your own phone over, you get an additional $50 when you bring your own device.
Yeah, $50 when you bring your phone. So Xfinity Mobile, great option. Dennis, I think the second alternative. So Xfinity Mobile can be great. It's not perfect though. If we want to take a look at the specific details here of this plan, you're getting it's deprioritized data, and it only includes 22 gigabytes at sort of fast speeds, and then it's capped at 1.5 megabits per second.
But this goes back to the whole, this is like the quote-unquote fake unlimited plan section, right?
Yeah. So just something to keep in mind with this one. It's 20 gigs of full speed data, and then you're getting capped at 1.5 meg and 750 kilobits per second upload. Again, details on the website. Still an outstanding value. The alternative I would consider would actually be US Mobile.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, if you don't want to lock yourself into Xfinity or to Comcast, maybe you're moving soon, you don't know what your internet's going to be like, because Comcast or Xfinity Mobile, the price shoots up if you cancel internet. Just something to keep in mind. So I would opt for US Mobile's $45.75 gig plan.
Which, when you have 4 lines, I believe is $25 a line as well.
That's correct. Yeah, so it's even cheaper than Xfinity. All taxes and fees included, which is super nice. You are getting HD video streaming here, which is also awesome. And Hotspot is a $10 add-on per line that wants it, and it's 20 gigs of hotspot data.
Wait. Are you sure it gets HD streaming? So that's it?
Yeah. It's capped at 4.5 megabits per second, so 720p would probably be more appropriate.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's just like whatever Verizon, because all of Verizon's plans are capped at their 720p as well. Like that's what Verizon limits video to on their network.
Yep. But you took the words right out of my mouth and thought the same thing if we were talking Verizon. However, I don't want to limit ourselves to Verizon. There is another fake unlimited plan that I want to throw out there, and that's from your favorite carrier that I'm surprised you didn't think of, Stetson, and that's Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile, this guy right here. This is such a great plan, Dennis. Such a great plan. So what makes Mint Mobile a top pick for you?
Well, I'm not a fan of bulk. I'll just say that up front. I'm not a fan of bulk, but what I am a fan of is how Mint treats their customers. Mint has incredible support. It's on record. Their support is absolutely fantastic, and I appreciate that from them. I also appreciate the fact that, for $30, you're getting 35 gigabytes of data. That's a pretty darn good amount of data. Like, realistically speaking, most people aren't going to be using that in a month. Like, let's just be real here. For all intents and purposes, it's unlimited to them, right?
Right. Right.
And another thing I really like though is that Mint is one of the very few carriers out there where they'll say like, hey, you're only using 2 gigabytes, Stetson. You're overpaying for this. We recommend that you drop yourself down to this plan.
Dude, that blows my mind to this day. I can't believe they do that.
Yeah, so I like that. And then also one other major thing I do appreciate about Mint is they do have support for all the features. Wi-Fi calling is covered. They make it really easy to activate. They just added eSIM on iPhone, so it's even easier now to try out things. Like, Mint's just an awesome option, and I'm really proud of them for how far they've come.
It's amazing. They are kind of like this. It's a premium service, but it's at a low price, and I like to think of them a lot like Costco, right? The more you buy, the more you save. Same with Mint. You are prepaying upfront for a year of service, so if we just check out the site here, $30 plan, it's $90 upfront, and that's for your first 3 months. And if you want to keep the $30 a month price point, then you are signing up for a full year. But if you can afford it, it's an outstanding value. And we didn't even talk about T-Mobile 5G. I think it's been great in some markets. You can get outstanding speeds, so I'm a big fan as well.
And Stetson, I do have like an honorable mention of sorts.
Sure, yeah.
And that would probably actually go to Cricket Wireless.
Oh, what a good play, Dennis. What a good play.
Yeah, Cricket Wireless is doing 4 lines for $100 when you have 4 lines. One line is 55, 50 if you have auto pay. I think that like the reason why I say this falls under the fake unlimited plans because of that speed cap of 8 megabits per second. But for all intents and purposes, I think it's a very reasonable plan. Like,
Yeah.
if we're talking about this category of things.
Right. You're looking for low cost. You're looking for affordability. 4 lines for $100 is one of the best deals in the industry. Cricket, a good carrier. I will say they are adding the ad-supported tier of HBO Max to this plan over here on the left.
Right. But
So
that's
little
a
bit of an extra
true
perk.
that's more of a true unlimited plan, which is why I didn't want to mention it.
Got it.
So I eliminated it for that reason. But yeah, I mean, this middle one, this $25 line one is really great. Plus, I believe they have taxes and fees included with Cricket, don't they?
Taxes and fees are included. It's awesome.
Yeah, so like this is a really good option, and it's on the AT&T network, which is great. So coverage is pretty spot on. 8 megabits per second.
I used this plan for a couple years. It's fine. I'm totally happy with that.
All right, 8 megabits. Okay, 8 megabits per second. You could definitely stream 1080p on, just if it wasn't for the fact that Cricket artificially limits the video.
Yeah.
But you could always get a VPN to get around that. And I'll just say like it's a solid plan. You're on the AT&T network. It's good coverage. The price is right. Alternatively, although now we're not talking unlimited plans when I say this, but alternatively, you could look at AT&T Prepaid. And get that
the $25 8 gig plan.
Yeah, but that's not really a unlimited plan at all at that point. But
yeah, that's a good call. It is an option. I'll throw it up here. It's the $25 for 8 gigs. This one right here.
Yeah, it's 8 gigs and it's slowed down, I believe, right? It's not a hard cutoff.
Yeah, so it's 8 gigs, then slowed down to 2G, and there's rollover. I think final one here, I want to give a shout out to Visible. This is probably one of the best cheap plans just because it is so low cost. It's listed as $40 a month, but you can join a Visible Party, to get that Party Pay group discount. And this is going to drop down to just $25 per line, taxes and fees included. It includes 5G access, so you're getting up to 200 megabits per second on Verizon's 5G network, unlimited hotspot data at 5 megabits per second, and it is an outstanding value. Performance can be hit or miss on Visible, though, so this is one of those plans where it's worth signing up with a new number, testing it out first, just to make sure it works for you before switching over.
And Stetson, before we move on, I think I want to address a quick comment, and it was made by Vape King.
Yeah,
he said that 4-line stuff is for birds. If you're a single person, they stick it to you. Now, I will just say this, Vape King, at least in the case of Visible does something interesting where they allow you to be a part of any group to get a discount. In fact, Stetson has a group going on, which I think he's passed.
Find out?
Yeah, I don't even know how many numbers of people he has, but you can join like a group like Stetson's and get the multi-product discount, which for Visible is $25 for unlimited everything. But as Stetson said, though, wow, okay, over 7,000 people.
Over 7,000 people have joined the best phone plans party.
That's like we're almost to the point where it's a sixth of your subscriber base. That's insane.
That is amazing, Dennis.
But as Stetson was saying, Visible can be very hit or miss. Like, to a certain extent, I'm a believer you get what you pay for, and Visible definitely cuts corners in some of the areas that I necessarily couldn't tolerate.
Yeah.
Primarily, it has to do with how they're not actually using the native Verizon network. They have their own servers that traffic's getting routed through, and there's only 2 of them in the country. So your latency can be noticeably worse, which is something that's much more impactful for most things. Also, I will just say, I know Stetson, when you were trying to port a number, you tested porting a number over, right? It just got stuck, right?
So it worked. The number port went through, but I think to this day, I haven't tried it recently. Every time I've signed into the Visible app, it says the number is still in process of porting.
So they got some big issues with not good customer support to help you out with those big issues, which for me personally, I would not pick Visible as a primary carrier option. They would be more of let me have this on a backup eSIM so I have coverage and data, not my daily driver number, if you get what I'm saying, Stetson.
100%, Dennis. It is, again, try it first. For a lot of people, it's a great low-cost option. For some people, it is worth paying extra to get better support, to get slightly faster speeds, to get roaming on the Verizon network, and access to Verizon's 3G network as well. So, and I think that is, yeah. So I think Debo Bop is kind of summarizing this nicely. It's the cheapest unlimited plan ever, which is why it's making this cut of like best budget, but their service can be lackluster. It's a try before you buy, and as Dennis said, sometimes you just get what you pay for.
But okay, let's move on to the second round of unlimited plans, which we'll call your entry level, like true unlimited plans.
True unlimited, I would argue, best value unlimited plans you can get. Not like the top tier premium plans, but like best value. You need truly unlimited data on a budget. What have you got? Right. I think there's only one plan here, Dennis, that I have in mind.
I think I know exactly the one. It's the AT&T prepaid unlimited plan for $50, right?
That is 100% correct. So it's this plan right here. This is outstanding. AT&T prepaid unlimited plus. Dennis, you're probably like, what makes this plan so great? It's right here in the fine print. AT&T coverage, 22 gigabytes of priority data. That's right. This plan treats you as if you're a proper postpaid AT&T subscriber for the first 22 gigabytes. And you're getting 5G access on AT&T. You're getting 10 gigs of hotspot data, 4K video streaming, and support for all the features, voice over LTE, Wi-Fi calling, all the good stuff. So it's outstanding, and you can even switch to eSIM if you wanted to by calling AT&T customer care.
Now, Stetson, I have another one for you. And this is for the people that want to be on the T-Mobile network because maybe N41's deployed and really good there.
Yeah.
And that comes from Metro by T-Mobile.
Oh, you're going Metro. Is it their $50 plan?
I was going to recommend the $60 plan.
Oh, you're bumping. Right, because the $60 plan gives you the perks.
Right. So you get, there's perks with both, but the $60 plan gives you the 100 gigabytes of Google One storage, which is nice. It also gives you access to Amazon Prime, which I feel like is something that everybody's going to pay for anyway, and it has the 15 gigabytes of hotspot data.
Yep, that is a really good plan. I think what makes this especially great is the discount for 4 lines, where you're getting 4 lines for $120. That's $25. No, that's $30.
That's
$30
a line.
And I'm pretty sure taxes and fees are included here.
Check the stream chat ASAP.
Here we got Luisito Gaming. I recently tried out AT&T. I love it. Fast speeds, a lot of coverage. Luisito, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. We appreciate your support. And 100%, I think AT&T is great network. And that's why we recommended the AT&T prepaid plan as one of these straight up just best plans you can get right now. Like, it's such a good value. Here's the site. And here's the plan itself. It's for new customers only, $50 a month with auto pay. And Dennis, I don't know if you knew this, you can even get the auto pay discount on your first month of service.
Yeah. Also,
it's
Stetson.
Yeah.
Stetson, we might have to do a surprise 15-minute banger after this. You should look at the chat. We should cover it after we get done with this.
That sounds great.
But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get a sidetrack. Debo Bop, I got your message. We'll cover that here, but not on this necessary stream. It'll be like a pre-recorded thing that we'll upload. But okay. Sorry for getting sidetracked there, Stetson. I just wanted to make sure that Debo Bop knew that I saw and that you saw it. Also, Luisto Gaming, thank you for the super chat. I also agree a lot with your statement. AT&T has fantastic coverage. They are a really good option for a lot of people, although it doesn't mean everybody is that way, because I know Stetson in your market, T-Mobile has just been...
Yeah, in my market, T-Mobile is the best, so I'm hopping on that Mint Mobile. Metro would be a good option. And Dennis, I'm going to throw in a little bit of a curveball. So I think Metro is ideal for families with their multi-line discount, all right, like $30 a line. It's outstanding. Okay, tons of great perks. I actually would consider T-Mobile prepaid as well. And that's because you are getting priority data. So this is like that entry-level plan where you're getting priority network access, and it's got some perks. It's not quite as good. You're missing out on hotspot data, but really, I think from a handset perspective, it's a pretty good option to consider as well.
I think this is going to be the one time where I'm going to disagree.
You'd rather go Metro, get the extra perks.
Well, yeah, for like three main reasons, okay, Stetson. One is that T-Mobile's QCI is not as sophisticated as like a Verizon, right?
Sure. And
with T-Mobile, what I've noticed is that it's either good or it's not. There's no real in between with T-Mobile. Like either it's an area that has great coverage to N41, in which case there's more bandwidth than anybody knows what to do with if it's properly done right, or it's a site where you're just connecting the band 71 and it's going to be a bad day for anybody, even if you have Magenta Max, right? So in T-Mobile's case, I think you're better off just getting this, get the perk, get the Amazon Prime, get the Google storage, and get the better family pricing, right?
Sure,
well.
Absolutely. I would say
I know that's ironic.
Are Metro stores still around? This is kind of a weird side tangent, but are Metro stores? Yeah, they're still here. Yeah, so you're getting 5G access. You can walk into a store for support. Dennis, I 100% agree with you.
I want to think though, what would be a great unlimited option for Verizon, like a true unlimited option? Are we going straight to Verizon Prepaid on this?
You know what, Dennis? I actually think we skip prepaid and we have to go postpaid. That would almost bring us in like US Mobile was my go-to.
Well,
and
we
this
can't.
It used to be truly unlimited, and now they introduced that limit. So I think I'm gonna have to go because Verizon Prepaid is $70 for unlimited, Dennis.
Well, but don't they do that thing where like if you go so many months, you get extra discounts for your
loyalty?
So
I'm seeing $60 for unlimited, but at that price, like I guess 60 is decent. I would almost go save up and get the unlimited. I mean, all right, so let's take a gander here, Dennis.
Wait, hold on. Pause for just a quick second. So yeah, they have a thing where if you're with them for like 10 months, you get $10 off monthly, and then an auto pay discount of $5. So you could literally get their I'm not talking about their unlimited plus, their regular unlimited plan for $50.
That's decent. It takes you 10 months to get there. And I don't know, Dennis, like the truth is I kind of struggle to recommend this because it's deprioritized. It is truly unlimited, but hotspot's $5 extra, and it's only $50 a month after 10 months. Like if you're not signed, like for your first 1 to 3 months, it's $60. And then for 4 to 9 months, it's $55. I would almost say like use under 75 gigs and go with US Mobile. And then if you really want a better plan on Verizon, I think it's actually worth paying more and going with Verizon postpaid.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but for the sake of the rule of like this case,
yeah, I hear you.
We have to eliminate US Mobile, and we can't talk about premium plans. We're talking about like
so by default, this is it.
Yeah, like it would be this, or maybe spend the extra $10 and do unlimited plus, which is definitely better than Verizon's starter plan on the postpaid side.
This is very true, like 100% true. So the unlimited plus, you're getting access to Verizon's ultra wideband 5G network, something their entry level unlimited plan doesn't even have, and you're getting hotspot, which is great. And it's 10 gigs of regular hotspot. So there you go.
But okay, let's move on. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
let's move on to the one that I really know well, which is the absolute best of the best, the creme de la creme of good unlimited plans. And for this, I want to start out with the carrier that just seems to know what they're doing right now. One might even say they're the uncarrier of today, which is AT&T.
It's a shocker, Dennis. I wouldn't have expected this. So AT&T, we've got from their postpaid offerings, their 4 gig plan, not unlimited, but we've got unlimited starter, unlimited extra, and unlimited elite. Which one of these is taking your pick for the best premium unlimited plan?
It's actually none of the above.
Wait, what? What? Yeah. Dennis, how could this be?
The best, most premium unlimited plan is actually Los Mobile.
Interesting. You're going Los Mobile on your pick here.
Yeah, because it's $65 and cheaper if you're a member of the Patreon for Sneed. from straight up unlimited everything, taxes and fees included, and it's literally unlimited hotspot data as well. Like, it's straight up unlimited everything. It's the most true unlimited plan that exists. And
it's true. It's unlimited.
And it's literally $20 cheaper than what they charge for Elite.
Yeah, so right now it's $65. There is a $3 payment fee, so this would come out to $68. But that's still, like, everything's included with that, $68 flat. As Dennis, you mentioned, truly unlimited everything. It's started by our friend Carlos. You can check him out. His YouTube channel is Carlos Tech 702, I believe. And we'll leave that linked so you can learn more from him. But it's truly unlimited. It's a great value. And it's $65 compared to, we were just looking at AT&T. So, all right. So Los Mobile is giving you what Elite is giving you for $20 less. Like, it's literally, it's like AT&T Unlimited Starter on steroids. It's epic. It's epic. I will say, though, if you're looking for more of a traditional AT&T plan, you want to take advantage of the financing agreements. You want to get your Z Flip for $400 off or whatever. Are they doing promos right now? Should we check their site?
AT&T?
Yeah.
Oh, they're always doing promos. Also, people are bringing up a fair point. If Los Mobile, if you're single line, I should add that caveat.
That is such a good caveat. Yeah. So I'll say if you're single line, Los Mobile, 100% the move. Okay, I would do this or AT&T Prepaid Unlimited Plus. Both are going to be fantastic options. Multi-line, Dennis, what is your pick from AT&T?
For that, it's an easy one. It's Elite, and the reason why it's Elite is because AT&T's got discounts for just about everything. ARP, which I know you've talked about, firefighter discount. You know, there's a ton of stuff. So Elite ends up being significantly cheaper, especially if you're one of the lucky people that has AT&T's fiber, their Uverse fiber, because then they're double dipping on the discounts. They give you a discount on the home internet and they give you a discount on the cell phone piece. I think it's like 25% or 20% or something. So.
Yep. So this is the discount. If you're interested in this, it's called the AT&T Signature Program. It's available for business employees, AARP members, military veterans, first responders, teachers, nurses and physicians, union members, and students. There are 2 versions of this discount to be mindful of. Number 1, you're a student, you're saving $10 off per line on Unlimited Elite. Okay, so that's the basic version of this discount. The even better version, it's for military veterans, first responders, teachers, and nurses and physicians. You're actually saving 25% off. So 25% off wireless discount, and it's not just on Unlimited Elite. This is available for all AT&T plans. It's just 25% off your total bill.
Hey, look at that. If you look, my state's an exception for credit cards may be required.
All right. MA, Pennsylvania, and North Dakota.
Hey, AT&T loves my state. But
so there you go.
But yeah, no, this is on point. I can say that my family definitely takes advantage of these healthy discounts. So it's really good because AT&T also has some of the most expensive fees. So
yeah, taxes and fees. And we've got a podcast episode dropping tomorrow morning where we have some spicy details on those. Patreon members, of course, have already seen it, but stay tuned for that. And I think we should also take a quick 30-second pause to say thank you, everyone, for watching. This video is actually brought to you by the like button. You can see the like button in the top left-hand corner there. If you're enjoying the show so far, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Leaving a comment down below, it really does help support us. And Dennis, we've covered the best unlimited plan on AT&T, but what are the options for T-Mobile and Verizon? What are we looking at?
Well, before we get off the AT&T gravy train here.
Yeah, it's been really delicious. I mean, they're loading their plan up. We kind of missed out some of the perks that, you're right, we should probably touch on. Elite includes unlimited priority data. You will never be slowed down based on how much data you use. You're getting 40 gigs of hotspot data, unlimited data roaming in Canada and Mexico. This is one of the best plans for data roaming in Canada and Mexico. 4K video streaming, HBO Max included, 6 months of Stadia Pro.
Well, I was actually going to say a potential other option if you wanted a more traditional sense and didn't want to do something like Los.
Yeah.
Is Crickets. most premium unlimited plan.
Oh, you're coming back to Cricket.
Yes.
So single line, you're looking at $60 a month.
No, 55.
55 with auto pay, and I will remind everyone, this is with taxes and fees included. So it's a really good value. And what's amazing is Cricket used to cap all of their plans at 8 megabits per second. They have since improved this. So the $40 and $30 plans are full speed. $55 plan went from 3 megabits per second to 8 megabits per second. And this $60 plan is full speed. You're getting everything you need. 15 gigs of hotspot data here, 150 gigs of cloud storage. Still standard definition video streaming, but as Dennis mentioned before, you can bypass this with a VPN. Consider using our partner VPN, ExpressVPN, in the video description. You'll get
one
3
password.
Yeah, 1Password as well if you're interested in saving passwords.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. I meant to say, isn't NordVPN one of our partners or no?
NordVPN, when I tested the service, this didn't work for me. I was actually not able to bypass the video streaming speed cap. And so I'm not sure if I feel comfortable recommending that. But when I've used ExpressVPN, it's worked for me.
Interesting. I used Nord. I didn't know I didn't know Nord had a problem with this, but
yeah, well, I'd be curious from your experience, Dennis. I had a full chat with them and everything and couldn't get it to work. So I basically stopped recommending them based on that.
Well, that is good to know. But yeah, the more important thing, though, is outside of the single line pricing, please pull up the 4-line pricing on this.
Oh, boom.
$33 a line.
Taxes and fees included, everyone.
Yeah, this is a really good price. I mean, it's not postpaid priority level. Like, it's not business level like what Los is, or postpaid priority like Elite. But as we've shown, AT&T has plenty of capacity to spare for the most part. So I don't think it's going to really matter. Like, this is just a really good option. I wanted to throw it out there because it deserves an honorable mention.
It's an honorable mention. But yeah, so I think, is that AT&T, Dennis?
That's AT&T now that we covered that.
T-Mobile and Verizon are next. What do we got for them? What do you think for premium plans on Verizon T-Mobile network?
Let's do Verizon next because they're pretty big and they're also pretty boring. Basically, all of their plans kind of suck right now, to be honest.
I mean, they're both bad and good. You can't really go wrong, but in your isolated Verizon bubble, you can't really go wrong. However, compared to T-Mobile and AT&T, yeah, they're kind of bad. They don't really include as many features, benefits, or perks at all.
Well, they're an entertainment company, Stetson. They're including plenty of streaming services for you for up to 12 months at a time.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at this.
Okay, I'm joking. Okay, but we'll be serious now. Basically, with Verizon, there's only really one good option, and it's Play More.
I agree with this 100%. So, Dennis, Verizon offers Play More, Do More, and Get More. Why are you recommending the Play More plan as opposed to the Get More plan? Like, you could get more unlimited, Dennis. Why are you just going with the Play More option here?
Well, Play More is the one that has the Hulu Disney bundle, which, thank you, Stetson, for letting me mooch the Disney off you. So
you're very welcome, Dennis.
So that's nice. I mean, Disney does have some good content on there, I will not deny. And then everything else about it's all like 12-month stuff, which I would just cancel right away. But basically, it gets you 50 gigs of priority data. It has a 720p HD streaming ability, and it has hotspot included and access to all the different flavors of 5G. So it gets you everything you need, and it's the most affordable way to do so. Yeah. Do more and get more, like, all a waste of time for me, with the only exception being if you want like smartwatches or accessories.
Yep.
But I'm a big proponent of, for tablets, they don't need a cellular line in my opinion. Just rock a hotspot on it if you really, really need, or just use it on Wi-Fi. And then for smartwatches, I don't think they need a cell phone plan. Smartwatches really, to me, aren't that useful if you're not pairing it with your phone. Only exception to that rule might be an Apple Watch, but I'm not really an Apple user, so it's whatever. I'd rather just do Play More and call it a day.
100%. Yeah, so best value, bang for your buck, is going to be Play More for 95% of people. $45 a line for 4 lines. Good value. If you do, for whatever reason, want to add a hotspot or a tablet line to your plan, in that scenario, it would make sense to upgrade to Get More because you do get 50% off connected device plan, which would be 50% off a tablet or hotspot or smartwatch plan. And that's the only reason, in my opinion, why this would be worth it. So that's best premium on Verizon. That just leaves T-Mobile. Dennis, what do we got for the T-Mobile network? They've got Essentials, Magenta, and Magenta Max here.
Actually, I had one other comment possibly for Verizon.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd be able to pull it off per se, but if you could somehow manage to get a Verizon business plan.
Oh, interesting.
They actually have some pretty decent options if you manage to pull that off. I'm specifically referring to either the Plus or the Pro. Because Plus gets you 60 gigabytes of premium data. It also has some other features which might be useful to you. And the Pro gets you 120 gigabytes of premium on-network access. Now, and it's saying it's at $50 a line. So,
yep. And I don't know how many lines you need.
With 5 lines.
Yeah, 5 or more lines. Something to keep in mind. And for reference, the consumer level plans top out at 50 gigs of premium network access, okay? So 60 gigs is 10 gigs more, 120 gigs is over double. So really good amount of premium data. And one caveat with the hotspot is you get 30 gigs a line, and then it's capped at 600 kilobits per second, and the Unlimited Plus is 60 gigs a line.
Which is the most that you can possibly pretty much get at the moment on Verizon.
On the Verizon network, yeah.
Without talking about enterprise, which is totally unrealistic. So, but this might be swingable. I mean, technically speaking, Best Phone Plans as a company, I'm sure we could probably pass off and get it, and I'm sure
yeah,
other people
100%.
can...
I mean, the bummer is I'd have to get 5 or more lines, right, Dennis? Like, we need to pool some family and relatives in the company or hire some more employees all of a sudden.
Well, circled in, man. You could maybe do a little circled in maneuver.
All right. So now T-Mobile.
All right, yeah, now we can do T-Mobile.
Right on. All right, they've got Essentials, Magenta, Magenta Max. Like, is it worth considering anything else here? Prepaid? I mean, I have one go-to answer here.
I mean, for me, the answer is Magenta Max.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best unlimited plan on T-Mobile network, period. And then a close second would be like the prepaid $60 option that actually includes hotspot.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dennis.
But I wouldn't actually recommend regular Magenta.
I mean, I would say for a family, I think regular Magenta is actually a good value. This is my pick for like best value plan. Kind of going against what you're saying.
But we're talking about best unlimited plans.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is like good for families, I would say. But yeah, if you need best of the best, it's going to be Magenta Max. Unlimited priority data, can't be slowed down based on usage. You're getting the Netflix perks, 40 gigs of high-speed data, 4K video streaming. It's a great option. And then to your point, the prepaid plan is also really good. That is going to give you... it's T-Mobile prepaid. You're getting 50 gigs of priority data, 10 gigs of hotspot, 480p streaming. It's just like a good value plan coming in at $60 for an individual.
Well, I actually say it's better than the Magenta plan, in my opinion.
You think it's better than Magenta?
Right, because you're getting double the hotspot. They're still getting 50 gigs of priority, which is plenty. Like, the difference between that and 100 is like whatever. And, you know, you don't have to say give them your social and driver's license, which we've seen is...
Which, gee, I don't know, Dennis, was that? Come on, that wasn't just hacked recently, was it?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no, I think individual single-line users, T-Mobile prepaid, Unlimited Plus is the best option. I think for families, I'm fine recommending Magenta for families. I think $35 a line is super affordable, taxes and fees included. But if you want the best of the best, you're going Magenta Max, and that's what's the deal on the T-Mobile network.
And just to round out some things and address some comments, Cliff, we did talk about Cricket getting HBO ad supported on the unlimited plan, $60 unlimited plan that will be coming. If I forgot to mention it a second go around, I do apologize, but that is a thing.
Yeah. So I think let's end the plan recommendations there and
Okay.
open it up Q&A to the audience. And if you have a specific situation or you're looking for a plan, ask a question and we'll try and answer it.
Yeah, we'll answer anybody's questions when it comes to picking plans.
Let's see. Is it true that Mint doesn't count speed tests against your data? Yes, that is true. This is using specifically the Ookla speed test application.
Maverick asked me a question. I don't know if you want me to answer because it's kind of off topic. Do you want me to answer?
I don't even see it right now. So,
904. It's the most recent one that came in.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, so yeah, so Maverick, I called them. I think we. Oh, right, we did the podcast. I talked about it in the podcast. It hasn't been posted yet. That's why. Yes, I did talk to them. Long story short, which you can hear the full explanation in the podcast. I ended up getting a whopping $25, not because of the breach, but because I've been such a loyal customer, and that was my appeasement credit from T-Mobile.
Dennis is such a great T-Mobile customer. Dennis, they would have given you the $25 even without a data breach.
Yeah, and when I called them at the time, they were still downplaying, saying like, oh, "This is just rumors and speculation. It didn't actually happen. T-Mobile takes security seriously. Yada 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 yada. A bunch of BS, basically." Yeah. And they gave me $25. Now, they made it official. We'll see what happens, but I definitely recommend listening to the podcast, which will be uploaded tomorrow morning, to hear a more in-depth explanation on it.
Absolutely. Here is one from TriParadox C. Between US Mobile Visible and Mint Mobile, which one is the most reliable? Example, actual internet speed isn't so much slower than advertised up to.
Well, none of them give you an up to speed.
So I think two-pronged approach. There's no up to speed, but I think when it comes to reliable and typically fast. So I'll do, like, I'm using Mint Mobile, and I don't think the coverage is as reliable just because the T-Mobile network in general isn't as reliable as some of the other networks. It's got historically a little bit spottier coverage. It's improving a lot, but in terms of just coverage footprint, that's going to be the weakest. So Mint Mobile, it's great in my market, and when you're connected, I think the speeds are going to be outstanding, but it's just if you're traveling around, be mindful the coverage may be spotty. And I think number 2 here is going to be US Mobile. And Dennis, you can actually tell us a little bit more about why US Mobile is more reliable than Visible.
Sure. So the reason why US Mobile is more reliable than Visible is because US Mobile is actually using Verizon's like APIs and stuff to like route their traffic. It's actually going through the Verizon core, like Verizon Prepaid would. Whereas Visible, on the other hand, has their own like data centers that they're routing traffic through, and they only have like 2 of them. I think one's out in like the Midwest, like by Detroit, and then like another one.
Colorado and New Jersey is my understanding of the 2 server locations.
Thank you, Stetson. And because of that, you're gonna notice noticeably higher ping times on Visible versus like US Mobile, which for most things that you do in a given day, latency is going to be the thing that makes more of an impact. It's not actually the raw bandwidth. Like, i.e., a good example of this would be how long it takes to load up a simple web page. That's more latency dependent than it is bandwidth dependent, because a web page is maybe like a couple megabytes, right? Nothing major. Yep. Also, other things that latency would have an impact on would be like a nice little phone call. Maybe it's like a FaceTime audio call, for example. Again, low data usage, but latency matters in that scenario. I also just wanted to expand upon something that Stetson was saying, and it's this. If we're talking about consistency, for me, number 1 would be US Mobile, because the Verizon network is more robust. It's not necessarily going to be the fastest, but you'll be able to get a more consistent usable speed more times than not. Mint, on the other hand, because it's using the T-Mobile network, I feel like it's going to give you the potential to see much higher peak speeds, especially in areas where N41 deployed, assuming you have a 5G capable phone able to handle it. But on the same vein, T-Mobile's network, as that's in the lore too, is also the weakest of the big 3. And so there's a lot more areas and times where you're going to find no coverage because Mint doesn't have those roaming agreements, or you're going to be finding a lot more congested cell sites because T-Mobile has not had N41 deployed to the same extent that they've gotten, say, Band 71 deployed across their network.
Yeah. So potential fastest speeds, I would go Mint Mobile. More consistent usable speeds, I would go US Mobile. Hope that helps.
And don't pick Visible.
Don't pick Visible. Yeah, for that specific criteria. William M. Verizon Prepaid Unlimited Plus is only $60 for new customers. No waiting 10 months for that discount. When you pour it in, worth it.
No.
I would agree with Dennis. I would go no. Dennis, why do you say no for this?
Because if we're looking at the grand scheme of things, I don't think any of Verizon's plans are worth it at the moment. Like, they're just not. And if you must have Verizon's network, there are better options, which the one that Stetson has pulled up right now is a better option, US Mobile. Yeah, it's not a true unlimited plan in the sense of the word. Yeah, it doesn't have support for mmWave 5G at the moment, but US Mobile is a way better price point. That's tax and fees included at $45, and they just have a much better customer experience overall with like using the online app, for example, and getting support.
Yeah.
So
I just want to take a quick moment to show my personal dashboard here. So this is my US Mobile account. There's actually a new update, so I'll refresh and get that for you. William M., the question really is, do you use over 75 gigs of data per month? If you do, then prepaid might be worth it. You might also want to go postpaid just to get that priority data. If you use under 75 gigs, then US Mobile is going to be totally fine. It's going to be a great option for you. I can show you my data usage, and this is really cool. You can actually check your data usage on US Mobile itself, and it'll tell you how much data you're using per line on a weekly and monthly basis. You can see I was doing a lot of testing in June to July, so I used 83.72, but I would consider signing up for US Mobile, testing it out, and if you're using under 75 gigs, you're going to be totally fine, and it's $45 versus $60. You're saving well over $100 a year.
And it's also worth mentioning, if you are that heavy user using over 75 gigabytes of data, then you should be looking at postpaid Verizon in that circumstance.
100% agree.
But Hector asked a bit of a side question I'm going to answer real quick. He asked why the podcast video was laggy last night. It's because we've been testing out using OBS. However, last night when we were doing the podcast, Stetson did not hardwire in his old desktop computer when it was running off the Wi-Fi.
This is why, Hector.
Yeah.
I apologize. I didn't have this plugged in. Oh, no. I didn't have it plugged in.
But that's why, without getting super nerdy. Now, Brandon St. Julian asked, will Verizon eventually come out with a new unlimited plans? And
I saw this. Where?
That's at 9:06.
Thank you. The chat is just moving so fast.
Yeah, we got, holy cow, 212 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys who are all here. Welcome. Please
smash the like button. Hello, this episode is sponsored by the like button.
Yeah, please make sure you're smashing the like button. I want to see at least 200 likes. But yeah, so will Verizon eventually come out with new unlimited plans? I think they will at some point, but I think it'll be a little bit of time. It probably will be in response to some of the things that we talked about in the podcast. They'll be released tomorrow, whenever AT&T does the things that they're rumored to be doing. And I'll save it for that. That way it gets you guys to watch the podcast tomorrow.
I guess, when do you think we'll see new unlimited plans from Verizon? Just give me a timeline.
Not until AT&T does something. So
do you think end of this year or next year?
It'll have to be end of this year, like Q4 at the earliest, or possibly not even until next year, possibly.
Brandon, I'm guessing, gut instinct right now, new plans possibly around when the new iPhone launches. Otherwise, it'll be next year. We'll have to wait and see. Podcast dropping tomorrow morning with more details on that.
Frank asked, he wanted to know if you bring your own device, does AT&T Unlimited do a credit check? Yes, AT&T does credit checks for all postpaid plans.
Yep. If you want to avoid a credit check, I would highly recommend prepaid. And honestly, Frank, this is kind of my hack. If you go with prepaid unlimited plus, all right, this guy right here, $50 a month. All right, it's basically the same service as postpaid, 22 gigs priority. And considering you're only paying 50 versus 85 for a single line, even with the discounts, and let's say you're getting Elite for 75, you're saving $25 a month, over $250 a year, and that's easily enough to purchase yourself the HBO Max subscription. So if you're interested in avoiding a credit check, bringing your own device, I really believe Unlimited Plus is such a great value plan to consider.
Following from that, I totally lost track of where I was. Oh, Alex also made a comment at 907. He said he's leaving Visible. He tested out US Mobile Super LTE, but it seemed as bad as Visible. He asked, why is that? The GSM on US Mobile works much better. Alex, in that case, it's probably just because Verizon's network isn't good in the areas that you were testing, and T-Mobile, ironically enough, had better coverage.
Yep. So US Mobile uses both US Mobile and Visible are deprioritized. This means you'll have slower speeds when the network is busy. Alex, it simply sounds like in your area, the Verizon network is busy. There's a lot of people on Verizon. It is the #1 carrier in the US right now. They have the most subscribers. And it doesn't matter what plan or service you have, US Mobile, Verizon Prepaid, Visible, all of those will be slowed down. And US Mobile GSM LTE is using the T-Mobile network. And that's why you're on the T-Mobile network now, probably less congestion, and possibly band N41 in your market, which can be really fast.
907 Boca Effect asks, best 5G plans under $50.
That's going to be, if we're including $50, I would still go with the AT&T Prepaid Unlimited Plus.
And then T-Mobile's plan as well, possibly.
And Dennis, I think that's a great, so AT&T Prepaid Unlimited Plus, and I would go T-Mobile Prepaid. Is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
Yeah, I would 100%. If you can, yeah, it's under 50. So that would be, gosh, I don't even have it here. Who made this site? Here it is. T-Mobile Prepaid would be this guy right here. That is 100%.
And then also honorable mention possibly to Verizon's Visible at $25 if you do the.
Yeah, it is. It's $25. You are getting 5G up to 200 megabits per second. It's going to be plenty fast for most people.
Anthony asks, what AT&T plan do I get if Visible plan slows down at times when I'm at school? I remember right before the pandemic, I used my 3 months of Mint, and it was really slow. This question is a little bit confusing to me because Mint uses T-Mobile, Visible uses Verizon.
So Anthony, it sounds like basically both Verizon and T-Mobile are slow in your school, and that could be coverage related. Best AT&T plan is going to depend on how much data you need. Dennis and I talked about plans from Cricket. They can be decent. If you want kind of the best experience, I would suggest looking at AT&T Prepaid. It's actually kind of hard to see those on the site, so let's just load this up.
I would do the 8 gig plan at $25, buy in bulk.
Yeah, so buy in bulk, 8 gigs for $25 a month. It is $300 up front, an outstanding value. If you wanted to consider the unlimited plans, obviously we talked on it. I think we've said prepaid unlimited plus so many times, like borderline drinking game right now, Dennis.
Yeah, take a shot.
but yeah, it's just check these out and see if the AT&T network works for you. And I have learned, so you might want to consider doing, let's say the $30 5 gig plan just to test to confirm AT&T prepaid is going to work for you. And if it does, I saw on Reddit, you can call into AT&T support and have your plan switch to the $25 annual plan.
That's good. I want to start doing lightning round with these questions and try to pick up with the pace because we have a lot of them.
Love it.
Michael Hauser asked, who has the most reliable network? That is a question that's going to entirely depend on your area, and it's going to require you to basically ask around and test. In general, though, as a general rule of thumb, I'd say AT&T is the market leader based off RootMetrics and other third-party testing sites.
Check out RootMetrics. Here's what the site looks like. Check this out for your specific area. AT&T and Verizon are the leaders right now.
Jesus or Jesus Zaris asks, should I even consider Cricket when AT&T is offering me $67.50 a month with an AT&T Elite with his veterans discount? Is it even worth looking into? No, it's not worth looking into. That discount is on point and fire. I mean, you're getting HBO Max and literally the most premium limited plan out there. You should just stick with AT&T Elite.
I would say if you can get away with Cricket, it is cheaper at $55 a month. Like, I don't know. You have such a great plan, Jesus. That's the truth. But if you wanted to save some extra and you don't need HBO Max, maybe Cricket.
Well, if he's going to try to save some extra, he should go with AT&T's prepaid unlimited plus plan.
Oh, shoot. You're right, Dennis. What am I All right. Here's one. So Colbert's saying HBO Max makes it worth it, and I can agree with that for sure. Maverick, Red Pocket commercials claiming they use all major wireless carriers. Do they really have all three under one umbrella?
So yes and no. Basically, when you set up with Red Pocket, you pick the carrier's network that you want to use. You're not actually using all three at the same time, but they do have access to Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile whenever you do sign up.
Yep, exactly as Dennis said. You pick one network, and that plan will work on that one network. So it's the flexibility and the option from one provider, but you're not switching between them.
Let's see. Snark asks, why are so many people trying to stream 4K video on their phones? They can't all have the latest Sony. Well, a lot of phones out there support 1440p, and I mean, there is such a thing as super sampling. So it's where you have a high resolution thing that then gets resized back down to that lower resolution, making it look more crisp. And due to the nature of compression with things like YouTube, sometimes it's beneficial to stream in that higher resolution, even if your screen doesn't necessarily support it.
Two reasons. My guess. It looks better. It sounds better. There you go.
Well, that's the simplest explanation. I got nerdy as I always do. Let's see here. Brandon asked, what are our thoughts on Ultramobile's new Unlimited Plus plan, 60 gigabytes plus 20 gigabyte hotspot?
Oh, shoot. Ultramobile dropped a new plan and I didn't know about it? I'm pulling it up right now. So, plans. Here it is. Unlimited Plus, 60 gigs for as low as $50 a month.
It's fine, but it goes back to AT&T is offering a better unlimited plan at $50 per month.
I would say if you're looking for T-Mobile, I would actually go with T-Mobile Prepaid. I think I have too many tabs open right now, but T-Mobile Prepaid, I would either go the $60 or the $50 because that's truly unlimited. Truly unlimited and is priority. So there you go.
That or just go with like a different carrier.
Yep.
Like I said, AT&T. But Flash asked, Stratson, who's Stratson? Is that your alternate persona? No, I'm just kidding. He asked us, though, do you think T-Mobile will remain a leader in 5G when Verizon/AT&T release C-band and other 5G spectrum in maybe the next 5 to 8 years? Short answer, no, I don't think that at all. And the reason for that is because T-Mobile's only doing one part of the equation when it comes to deploying 5G. They're focusing on macro sites. They're focusing on deploying mid-band. Verizon especially is really hitting it on all cylinders with their millimeter wave deployment, and that's where like the true benefits of 5G really start to shine. And AT&T is doing it to a smaller degree, although not being smaller degree, but not being necessarily as transparent. But AT&T has a huge advantage in the sense that they already had a much better tower layout than T-Mobile does, so it's going to be a lot easier for AT&T to flip that switch and start deploying the C-band once they get it in hand. And AT&T has been well proven in their ability to do a one-touch policy, so when they do go out to these cell sites, they're not just, adding C-band support, but they're also adding all the other enhancements that go along with it, whether it be backup power, having the backhaul ready, and like everything is just ready to go. Whereas T-Mobile tends to do things really awkwardly where they might add N41 to show that 5G icon but not upgrade the backhaul.
Yep. As Dennis said, T-Mobile right now is hyping up that they are leading 5G because now is the time they actually have the advantage. The moment AT&T and Verizon are able to deploy C-band and are actively deploying C-band, we're going to see their 5G networks absolutely explode, both in terms of coverage and performance. And as Dennis mentioned and alluded to, the network architecture tends to be better on Verizon and AT&T. So I do not think T-Mobile will remain a leader, but this is going to be a close race. And we're always excited to see how the networks evolve.
I disagree. I don't think it's going to be close because the proof is in the money. AT&T and T-Mobile, AT&T and Verizon are outspending T-Mobile in like orders of magnitude.
Yeah, they're laying down the cash to make it awesome.
But I'm always happy to be proven wrong. So I guess we'll wait and see because hindsight's always 2020. Maybe someone will go back on this video and clip it to show me that I was really, really wrong. But okay, so you highlighted Efren's comment. Magenta or AT&T prepaid 15 gigabytes, family plan for 3. We don't really use more than 15 gigabytes a month. If you don't use more than 15 gigabytes a month, I would do a Metro's family plan.
Yeah, I think tons of options here. So if you're under 15 gigs, you could go put each person on Mint Mobile, $25 a line, 15 gigs per person. I would also do Metro. Their unlimited is more expensive, so I wasn't talking
about their unlimited. I was talking about like their.
10 gigs. If you can do 10 gigs, honestly, I would do US Mobile.
Yeah.
So US Mobile. Let's just bring up their site so you can see this, Efren. So US Mobile. Again, we touched on it. They have options on the T-Mobile network, and if you go to their family plan, 3 lines is $25 per month per line. That's pretty much the best deal you're going to get, I think, for your use case.
Well, no. Pooled data is what I was thinking.
Oh, man. Where are those plans? Jeez, they're so hard to find. So
yeah, you were going unlimited. I was thinking straight up pooled data.
Yeah, so let's see what that cost is. So US Mobile has pooled plans where you can actually share data. And so you've got 3 lines, 15 gigs. You're looking at... Oh my God.
$60.
Holy smokes. No. But it's 15 gigs per line. So we have to actually do 45.
No, I think he was talking 15 gigs total.
15 gigs total? All right, Efren, easily US Mobile. I mean, even if you use over... even if you do use this amount, it's pretty good. Although I will say, a couple important caveats we got to clarify. The unlimited all plan that I showed you, that $25 plan, that's available on Verizon or T-Mobile. The pooled plans are only available on Verizon right now. So something to consider.
And then if we're talking AT&T Cricket.
Oh, yeah. Easy. 3 lines. You could get away probably with the $30 per line one with 10 gigs.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a good option.
Yeah, which I would say is worth its better coverage than T-Mobile, in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion, just in general.
It is. It is better coverage. Although T-Mobile can have good coverage in some locations.
Kaiser wanted us to keep in mind that T-Mobile has a 20% discount on switching customers. Just find the insider code. I don't like accounting for that because it's really going to depend on having a rep that's feeling nice, and they're probably not going to give that to you unless you're bringing like 3 or 4 lines over and buying something nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not readily available. I mean, we could take into consideration their veteran discount, right? And that drops the price pretty substantially. But just, I don't think the insider one is.
Debo Bop, what do you mean 1 million subscriber question above? What?
He asked a 1 million subscriber question, and the chat was just flying by. Here we go. Boom. Debo Bop, here's the question I was saving. Stetson, especially Stetson, and Dennis, what would you do if the channel hit 1 million subscribers?
Well, First off, I would celebrate to Stetson since he's the CEO of this whole operation. And I would probably buy him a drink of his choice, although I don't think he's a big man on alcohol, so I'd probably get him maybe a sweet tea. And
that would be great, Dennis. Wow, thank you.
And we would most definitely have to meet up because we'd be pulling in if we had 1 million subscribers, we'd have a pretty good probably a pretty good chunk of ad revenue coming in, which means we could do some really cool stuff, and we would definitely have to go to Canada together to do testing over in Canada like we always wanted to talk about.
I guess like this is a 2-pronged question. Like, if the channel's at 1 million subscribers, I would hope to be providing even more and better cell phone plan reviews, expanding out to international countries, maybe having people in other countries reviewing plans there to help aggregate and provide even more information. Have more of a staff. Like, think of this as a baby Linus Tech Tips channel. That'd be sweet. And I think 1 million, that's just such a cool number. If logistically possible, I'd love to do a giveaway, but the truth is I haven't like dive into legality of that, and then I wouldn't want to leave out international people. But I'd hope to give back in some way.
I had a thought.
Yeah.
We would have to get a picture together with your golden play button.
That'd be sick. And I guess the third part of it is I would keep making videos, Debo Bob. That's what we're here for. Keep helping the people try and find an affordable plan.
Oh, and get you a couple editors.
Yep. An editor would be sweet.
But oh my God, Jack, thank you for becoming a member, man. Welcome, welcome. I look forward to seeing your friendly face in the Discord and hope you enjoy the extra content. Once we get done with this, man, there is a great video of me and Stetson trying out some 5G ginger beer, and Stetson spilling it all over his desk, which is just hilarious.
I want to talk about that.
But anywho,
do you think US Mobile will stick around? Yes, Alex, US Mobile will stick around. They just got $11.5 million in capital investment. They're going places.
So Drool asked thoughts on Dish. We actually did a really good talk on Dish. I think it's still Patreon exclusive. You've uploaded 2 parts. Are you planning to upload the third?
I can publish that maybe later tonight. I don't know. There's so much content. We're probably going to have to do a maybe bonus episode even after this.
We're doing a bonus episode after this because to be clear, we have seen what you guys have said in the Discord. We are going to cover that, but that is going to be priority number 1, and we should get that uploaded ASAP. But yeah, so much going on. We might open up the other thing as like a bonus episode or something, but it won't be this week.
Joel answered your question. They need to do something different. I'm really excited for them. I think they have promise. I think they're working their butts off right now because they have to, and we're going to have to follow them in real time. Like we're watching a new network being built, which doesn't happen often. So follow the news.
Jonathan asked a quick question I want to address real quick. He asked, sorry for a repeat question, but a slight change. If you guys do cover business plans and resellers, e.g. AirWireless, what are our recommendations for each major network? Jonathan, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to speak for myself first. I don't know if that's any different. I don't actually have that much experience with business plans. So I wouldn't be the most informed. I know that generally speaking on this channel, we generally focus on residential stuff, a lot of MVNO stuff, and I think that would be same for Stetson, correct?
Yeah, so I would say I have heard of AirWireless. They can be decent. I would be mindful, though, because we have seen business resellers be shut down. Examples being Wingtel had their plan shut down. Boom Mobile on AT&T had their plan shut down. We had the T-Mobile one that I'm blanking on right now. Teltic, their plans were shut down. So I would encourage you to strongly consider a plan from a proper carrier because of the risk of that. So something to consider. I mean, options can be good, but either way, I guess AirWireless seems decent, and Los Mobile is probably my number 2 pick for AT&T. Let's see. Luisido Gaming. AT&T Verizon will push mmWave everywhere. I think they will try and put it in as many places as makes sense, including stadiums, airports, cities, and other congested markets. I think their main focus for next year will be deploying C-band and expanding coverage and capacity. Chadwick, thank you very much for the kind comment. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And let's go ahead and move to the next question. Sorry about that, Stetson. So Snark Mark asked, best pay as you go or senior plans?
Ooh.
So pay as you go, I think for pay as you go, TracFone is the way to go on that.
TracFone could be, I would say, I guess it like depends. I would almost consider doing something with US Mobile, right? Like their pooled plans, you can top up when you need to.
That's a fair point.
And you're getting the usage analytics, so you can get a better idea of how much data you need, when you're going to need it, things like that.
You thought of pay as you go is a totally different way than I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, if you're doing a pay per data use, don't. Like, it's really expensive. But if you are doing more of a customizable plan, that's where I think US Mobile can be great. And Red Pocket, I mean, it's not pay as you go. Maybe Track Phone,
That was the only one that came to mind. They're the only
are
ones
they the
that
only ones doing that? Let's check the site real quick. So, Track Phone, I don't think their plans are good, to be clear. I think they're expensive and overpriced, but I can understand how it may make sense. So this is what you're looking at, and it's really like the duration of the plan.
that's the part that makes it good because it's like what, like a year? You could do like
Yeah, some of them are really good. I don't even know where I put it. So you
Let
have
me
to click on a couple of them.
I'm gonna put this a better way. There's no point to do a pay-as-you-go plan because quite literally, like, I'm gonna use a quick example. Xfinity, $15 is you unlimited calling, texting, and a gigabyte of data. Like, that's pretty darn good. Like, I mean, if your usage, I guess I'll put it this way: if your usage is as low as like what these plans are selling from TracFone, then you might just want to consider just using like a text me type app and just using your Wi-Fi. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say, actually, I can use my site for this as well. Red Pocket has some really good annual plans, like $5 a month for 500 megabytes, like this guy right here. 100 minutes, 100 texts, like super light, can be great. Yeah, just look into that. Hope you can find some plans on the website, and you can even go to plans like best cheap plans, and this will have some like nice low cost options that you can look at. So hope that helps, Chadwick. It's kind of a unique situation. Oh, sorry, that was someone else. Thank you.
Also, thank you to Zachary for becoming a member. Welcome, welcome. Always good to have another friendly face. I am looking forward to also seeing you in the Discord, where I tend to lurk a bit, and definitely enjoy having the extra content. And hopefully sometime soon I'll see you with a nice 4G badge next to your name in the comments.
Absolutely.
Also, we got a super chat, or a super sticker, excuse me, from Pipe. Pipe, thank you for the super sticker. It means a lot. Your generous support is what makes some of the incredible things happen for the show. So thank you very much.
We really appreciate it, you guys. Like it really means the world to us. Paying for a bunch of cell phone plans, doing the side-by-side speed tests, letting you know what the difference is between postpaid priority and prepaid, things like that.
Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just looking for a good comment here.
What do you think is a more valuable asset, midband or the millimeter wave? T-Mobile midband is in a lot more places as of now, surprisingly. Gavin, I think this is tricky to say, and I think millimeter wave has surprising potential as a fixed wireless solution in, let's say, like you're in an apartment complex or something that was recently built. You only have, let's say, one internet option. Like Comcast signed a deal, locked in, they became a Comcast building. Your only option is getting like Xfinity internet. If Verizon were to build a millimeter wave node that could cover that apartment complex, suddenly you could have more options for internet, and that could be great. In terms of cell coverage, I think midband will be slightly better. We're starting to see that right now with T-Mobile as they're experiencing and enjoying N41. And I think midband will really help Verizon with their network as well. Dennis, a couple of thoughts on this?
Yeah, so first thought is that you really can't have one without the other. But if we're talking about the valuability of an asset, I would say millimeter wave is actually more valuable in the long term. Reason for that is this, Stetson. As we've seen, AT&T has been able to basically pull off the same speeds over their LTE as what T-Mobile is currently deploying with their N41.
This is true. This is true. That's a good reminder.
So, although N41 is revolutionary for T-Mobile, and although this mid-band capacity is definitely revolutionary for its balance between coverage and performance, and adding that extra layer of capacity, in the long term, millimeter wave is going to be much more important because millimeter wave is going to allow for, well, as Stetson touched on, fixed wireless to be a thing. It makes it cheaper to deploy fixed wireless, which is a whole separate revenue stream for the carriers. But it's also going to be the thing that enables other, Internet of Things, other like 5G things that we've heard about because it's ultra low latency and all these other things that come along with it. Plus, if we think about cell networks in the areas that they struggled most outside of rural America, which is a place where even mid-band might not even come, it would be like urban dense like stadiums and stuff like that, or airports or other really high traffic areas. and mmWave is going to do a lot more for alleviating that congestion off the network than what a mid-band macro site could do.
Yep. Well, this has been going on for an hour and 15 minutes, so I want to thank everyone for joining us here. Dennis, you want to do a couple more? I mean, there's just breaking news we kind of want to cover.
I know. I really want to get on that breaking news too, but we've had 200 viewers concurrently, which is why I don't want to end the gravy train.
Let's do 3 more questions, and if you are watching this and you've enjoyed it, please consider hitting the like button. It's easy, it's free, it really does help support the channel. We greatly appreciate it.
Let's push it out to 10 p.m. 10 p.m. and then that way it gives us time to do the banger.
Got it. All right, so we'll go until 10 p.m. Eastern time. Alex, why did you start reviewing cell phone plans? Alex, quite simply, I was a student in high school, and I had a unlocked iPhone 5, no data, just talk and text, and it got to the point where I wanted a data plan, started doing research into it, realized there were so many plans and carriers that people weren't talking about, the Crickets, the Tellos, the Mint Mobiles of the world, and I thought I can combine my passion for video and provide helpful information. And I just really wanted to help people make information more accessible, help people understand how to sign up for a plan, what a carrier is like, and other things like that. So I got into it because I thought there was information that was lacking, and I wanted to be that resource and try and help as many people as possible.
Mr. Coffee, no, thank you for watching and supporting us, my man. And also, Mexico is an awesome place. It's great that we're getting some viewers from other places. And if I ever get the chance, I would love to go down to Mexico to get myself some actual like mole sauce, or maybe down for like Cinco de Mayo when you guys are like partying it up. So, thank you.
Will Dish ever be competitive with any network in any area, or will it be an automatic write-off?
It's too early to tell.
Too early to tell. I think they will be competitive. I would say strongest markets are probably going to be their first ones, which is Las Vegas and Florida. So check those out.
Luke with the super chat. Thank you.
Luke, you bring a smile to my face. Thank you for your super chat. Luke says he's saving $30 a month with US Mobile. That's my goal.
There you go.
Love to hear it.
Franco asked, what's our take on Cricket's $65 plan now throwing in HBO Max? I think that's awesome. HBO Max is a really good streaming service. It is the limited ads version though, so it doesn't get access to like the day one movie releases. You do need the no ad version for that, but I think it's cool. Extra value is extra value. So
agree. Do we know? Yeah. So I want to know, can we apply that discount towards like the premium version of it?
I think so.
I would hope so.
John Green asks, what's better, US Mobile or Visible? I would say, generally speaking, US Mobile.
Generally speaking, US Mobile, from my experience, a little bit better support, better application, better activation flow and overall experience, better data speeds and performance. However, Visible is cheaper, and it's one of those, like, if Visible works for you, it's outstanding. Go for it. If you do want to try something different, US Mobile is another great option.
That Peter said that discount doesn't appear to be for the real one.
Yeah, sure. So you can't apply it. It's like you just get it, and you either get it or you don't.
Okay, gotcha. Understood. Well, hey, John Babcock asked, is there a carrier that uses both AT&T and Verizon that you're aware of? My answer is no, that I'm aware of.
There is no carrier that will allow you to simultaneously use AT&T and Verizon at the same time. What you'd want to do is pick up one of these, an iPhone, get a dual SIM, activate, let's say AT&T on eSIM, and then grab a plan on Verizon. That's how you're going to get the best coverage possible. Otherwise, as we touched on, like Red Pocket plans are available on either AT&T or Verizon. No carrier does both right now.
And Franco came in with the super chat, my man. Thank you so much. He asked again what our take was on Cricket including HBO Max as part of their unlimited $65 plan. It's
a nice perk. I think, you know what I think it is, Dennis? I think AT&T wants HBO Max to have better numbers. So I think they're just like, giving it away to people for free. It's a $10 value add. It's great. It's nice. It's an awesome streaming platform, not necessarily for new content, but for the wealth of backlog of content that is excellent and highly produced.
Great Scott says, thanks for sharing our knowledge. T-Mobile is getting all of his money selling home internet. Are you hopeful for the Pixel 6?
Oh, great, Scott. I am so hopeful for Pixel 6. I think it looks outstanding. I'm so excited for the Tensor processor and what the camera is going to be able to do.
I am also actually getting more excited for the Pixel 6 than I was expecting, and it's actually because I have, so a little bit of a side tangent, a little off topic, but Stetson, because of the whole thing with T-Mobile, you know, I've been actively like reevaluating my situation, and one of the things I've been doing personally is I've been trying to force myself to use my iPhone because it has eSIM, since Samsung decided not to support eSIM on the S20 in the US. However, I find myself constantly, as I continue to try to convert myself to Apple again, I constantly get reminded of why I don't like iPhones. So I'm happy for the Pixel 6 because Pixel runs stock Android, and it has support for eSIM, actually, which is very nice. So I am actually eagerly excited for the Pixel 6 to see what happens, especially when it comes to cost. I'm going to be interested where it comes in at.
Yep. And Grizzlegore, OnePlus does have dual SIM, but keep in mind that the OnePlus phones typically have slightly more limited network compatibility here in the United States. Like, they're typically best on T-Mobile.
KG Wild One, he says, what's up, Stetson? Just joined the stream. Did I miss the best plan reveal? Yeah, we did cover all the plans. We've just been doing Q&A at this point. We're actually going to be wrapping up this stream at 10 because there's some breaking news that Stetson and I need to cover, and we want to record it and then post it live in like a 15-minute format, kind of like how we did with the initial reveal. So that way more people can see it. It's more bite-sized. So we're going to be ending this stream at like 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get that done. I will just say, though, for everyone that's still here, because we have 200 like fresh-ish eyeballs, please make sure you are smashing that like button. Today's episode is sponsored by the like button.
Sponsored by the like button.
It does a lot. It means a lot. And also, if you're not already, again, I highly encourage becoming a member of the Patreon. We've been doing a lot of extra content, more than like ever before. Like there's stuff with Stetson spilling, ginger beer all over his desk.
I spilled ginger beer all over my desk, you guys. I don't want to talk about it, okay? It was sticky. It got all over my wall. I had to clean it up.
You get access to the podcast when we do it live.
Yeah, that's actually been really fun, seeing people there.
Yeah, so there's less people there, so we're more able to see like your comments in case something is really pressing. Again, we've been doing extra content as well on the side. There's just a lot. The emotes, it's just a really fun place to be. Plus, we have a goal. Whenever we reach $500 revenue, we'll be able to do some other enhancements that we wouldn't have otherwise been able to do, such as possibly upgrading StreamYard, for example. I know is one of our goals to improve quality further for y'all.
There you go. Hit the like button twice. I like that.
My God. First off, Franco, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the Discord. And then Fonte's Revenge, thank you for the super chat, my man. You are a legend. He asked, are there any specific phones that have been better, that have better antennas than others? And generally speaking, the answer to that would be Samsung phones.
Samsung iPhone is usually pretty good. Pixel,
no. Whoa.
You don't think so?
iPhone is typically the worst when it comes to antenna support.
Really? No, they have awesome band support.
No, he's asking about antennas, like the actual signal strength, I think, is what he's asking, right?
I think I would interpret this differently.
I interpret it as signal strength, but if he's talking about band support, then
yeah, I think band support is probably what he's talking about.
Okay, well, if it's band support, then it's iPhone's number one, Samsung, and then Google Pixel.
Those are top three. iPhone, Samsung, Pixel, specifically the flagship level phones, and the, can't not say it, the smartphone for Snapdragon insiders. Single phone with the single best band support across the industry, but don't get it. I actually had a video go live today, Dennis and I chatting about why it's not worth it. But
which was part 2 of a longer recording that we did for the Patreon. So,
yeah.
But Georgiev asked you, did you get Xfinity yet, Stetson?
I have not. That has been pushed back, and so I'll keep Patreon members updated on the situation. I think it'll be good because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Someone was asking about the Los Mobile review. I'm finishing up the AT&T prepaid review. My goal is to have that go live on this weekend. And after that, it's going to be up for debate what Patreon supporters want to see. They can vote on what plan is next. If they vote Los Mobile, the Los Mobile review will happen next.
Before we hit Zachary's comment, Fonty's Revenge came in with a follow-up. He was saying yes to Signal. So I was right. He was asking about Signal.
Wow.
So if that's the case, yeah, it's Samsung, hands down. iPhone, not great when it comes to Signal. Especially with the most recent version of iOS, it has a tendency to hard lock on standalone N71, so it's not great. So, plus, Apple traditionally in the past has not used Qualcomm. They were using like inferior modems. So Samsung, generally, number one. That's the phone that you want to have. Because of its granular control with all of its developer settings and stuff like that. Okay, we're getting blown up with new members and super chats. I thank you all. We're going to hit these as quickly as we can. Zachary asks, what plan... Well, first off, Zachary, thank you for the super chat. What plans do you guys use for our personal service? So I personally have T-Mobile for the phone that I most commonly use to communicate with people like Stetson, as well as AT&T on my parents' plan. Stetson. Oh, and I have Los Mobile still. I found out. Fun fact. I talked to
It's like,
Carlos.
yeah, it still has it.
Yeah,
So,
I still have Los Mobile. So
Zachary, I'll give you a little bit of a fun answer here. My personal number is on Mint Mobile. I'm actually a light data user, and Mint Mobile was the cheapest plan that met my needs. I'm on the low-cost $15 a month plan with 4 gigs of data per month, and it's got great feature support for iPhone, voice over LTE, Wi-Fi calling, and my favorite, mobile hotspot. That said, as a cell phone plan reviewer, I currently have active lines with Google Fi, Verizon, AT&T Elite. I've got Los Mobile. I've got Red Pocket and Tello. So a lot of active lines, just reviewing them. Personal number is on Mint, though, and this has worked out because dual SIM on the iPhone, I can run my test number on my iPhone, use that for cellular data, and keep the Mint number as low cost and awesome. Volt Knight Roleplay Minecraft and Roblox. What a great username. Thank you so much for your support and the super chat. How do you like T-Mobile Business Military's Max? Also, what do you think about the T-Mobile data breach and 2 years of McAfee?
Oh, this is a very dense part. Let's start with the Business Military Max first.
So is this different, like T-Mobile Business, and then there's also T-Mobile Military? Is there a difference? Maybe we can hit these one at a time. Let's do military. Military and veterans, I think it's an outstanding discount. I'm adding it to the stream right now. You're looking at premium Magenta Max for 4 lines, $35 a line. This is outstanding. Okay. And I would say most people probably would be fine with just regular Magenta, but if you wanted Max for maybe the extra hotspot data, maybe 4K video streaming, outstanding value. Business lines, I think T-Mobile's doing some good stuff for business lines. These seem pretty good to me. The truth is I haven't dived too much into business plans, but I've actually got a couple questions about them, so maybe it's worth adding those to the Best Phone Plans site.
Yeah, long story short, when it comes to T-Mobile's business plans, I think they're good for small to medium-sized businesses, like basically a company that has less than 20 people.
Sure.
But the moment you start getting into anything larger, then T-Mobile's not really that much cheaper, and / pricing doesn't really matter at that point. But yeah, Business Unlimited, it's pretty cool. 100 gigs of priority hotspot, or 100 gigabytes of hotspot's nice. Unlimited premium data, which is cool. They include Microsoft 365 Business, 1 basic and standard license. So
yeah,
pretty cool stuff.
What's nice is the business plans with the device financing, especially for businesses starting out. I will just say that I think US Mobile is doing some cool stuff with their shared data plans, right? Where let's say if you have 50 lines and you can get a shared data pool going, and the cost per line actually ends up being pretty cheap or pretty low cost in comparison, and it's way more flexible than some of the other options. So, but yeah, good options. And also the T-Mobile data breach.
Yeah, so that so what do we think?
Video go live actually, I think 2 days ago now. Where we talked about it. Quick synopsis from that, Dennis.
Well, we had that go live, and then tomorrow we have the podcast where we talked about it further. But quick synopsis. I think it sucks. T-Mobile should feel ashamed of themselves for how they're handling it. They're not doing the consumer right. They're still just failing on all cylinders to handle this. And then as far as the 2 years of McAfee protection, it's a freaking joke. It's McAfee. Like, come on.
Yeah, and I do want to just bring this up onto the stream while we're thinking about it. Breaking Data had a great tweet, and I think this summarizes it beautifully. I'm sorry, T-Mobile, but offering McAfee doesn't cut it. There's a pattern of this, and you should be held accountable. 2015, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Okay, these are all hacks and data breaches related to T-Mobile. I feel like the FCC and Joe's worst.
No, it's worse than that. This would be Department of Justice getting involved.
Should step in and hold you responsible. When will you guys take security seriously? So yeah, it's really bad, and the consistency of this is alarming. Okay, so and the McAfee, as Dennis said, is a joke. I don't believe in their products or services. So there you go.
If anything, with T-Mobile giving away McAfee, it feels like they're trying to like get people to buy McAfee. It doesn't actually feel like they're helping me. No, I'm being serious. Like if they wanted to protect me, they should have went to Experion, like directly to one of the big three bureaus and be like, here is 3 years of protection, you know. But you know, we'll be talking about that more because there's been lots coming out about it. But overall, very, very, very disappointed in T-Mobile. Volt, thank you again for the super chat. Well, wait, we didn't finish answering his question. Or yes,
I think we did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again for the follow-up super chat. He says he pays $164 for 12 lines on Max, and he thinks this is pretty good, right? Yes, that is very good for 12 lines. In fact, I'm surprised that you have 12 lines because I thought T-Mobile capped out at 10.
It could be the business, but I don't know. I don't know. Either way, that is an outstanding deal. Yes, that is an outstanding deal.
But we kind of skipped over a few new members. Namikaze, thank you for joining. Great to have another face, part of the Stetson Army. I look forward to seeing you in the Discord and hope you enjoy the extra content and the emotes. And your support goes a long way in making everything happen for the podcast, including paying for all of Stetson's phone plans that he uses to...
The phone plans, the StreamYard, bringing content to you guys the best possible way we can.
And then we also got a super sticker from Pipe at 9:33. Thank you again, Pipe, for the super sticker, my friend.
And Volt Knight, thank you so much for the becoming a member. And also, yeah, business line and up to 100. So there you go. The answer is that. Thank you as well.
Yappering said McAfee can no longer protect you in the jungle with his AK-47. Oh man. Skychunk said McAfee is owned by Intel, by the way. McAfee has been part of it for a while. Yeah, I'm aware that Intel owns McAfee, but McAfee is one of those things that comes as like bloatware on my Windows computer.
Oh my god. I would uninstall that. I worked at a computer repair shop. Fun fact. I would uninstall that pretty much every time I saw it.
Yeah, and look, I'm not gonna lie. I actually used McAfee for a few years because they had the unlimited license and stuff like that. And it's not like I want to be clear, it's not terrible. Like it's better than nothing, but like it's mostly bloat. It's mostly bloat.
Yep.
But oh my God, Arthur, thank you as well for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. I look forward to seeing you in the Discord. Debo Bob Hyperstain asked, Dennis, would you rather have Visible or T-Mobile in California? I am not in California, so it's hard for me to say, but
that's tricky. I feel like it might be close enough to Colorado where the ping times would be reasonable. My gut instinct, though, is honestly T-Mobile right now.
My gut instinct is neither.
Dennis is an AT&T boy. He loves
it's just no. I'm like, I would rather have like US Mobile.
Got it. Yeah,
like
yeah.
I wouldn't want to go T-Mobile right now because everything that's going on. And I'd rather have, and I wouldn't want to pick Visible, so US Mobile would be my option. But Michael Hauser, thank you for the super chat, my friend. He says, who built the largest and most reliable nationwide network? And I mean, that's a tough question.
I would say Verizon right now, maybe AT&T super close second.
I mean, it depends. Are we talking about native coverage, or are we talking about with all roaming?
It says largest and most reliable nationwide network.
Well, then it would be AT&T. They have the largest nationwide footprint as far as native coverage goes. Verizon actually, a lot of Verizon coverage is actually roaming.
Oh, they're roaming. Right on. There you
go. Sylvan O says he has 2 lines with Rogers Family Plan with 2 iPhones per month, around $265 Canadian, which would be around $206 USD. First off, rip to my Canadian brethrens who are getting ripped off, and I have no clue what to recommend because I'm not.
I'm sorry it's so expensive. Wow, Sebastian, breaking data tweet is missing info. To be honest, since most T-Mobile data breaches weren't personal data, most were CPNI, nothing else. Sadly, the hackers also hacked AT&T. Not sure if they're going for Verizon as well. Thank you very much, Sebastian, for the super chat. And yeah, I guess you're right. I think the sentiment of the tweet regarding pattern of security is still there, but definitely helpful to have that extra information. And I'm glad the other breaches were not as significant or severe as this, for sure.
And also, just to highlight, I'm aware of the AT&T Act. People have been blowing that up in the Discord. We will talk about that, just not on this. It's going to be its own dedicated thing. Also, what does CPNI mean?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I was just reading it.
I'm going to Google search CPNI meaning because I don't know what that means. Customer proprietary network information?
I'm not even sure what information would be part of that. All right.
Yeah.
We've got to call it, you guys. We want to thank all of you for coming out, for hitting the like button, for hanging out with us, enjoying the stream, chatting in the comments section. It was outstanding. We want to thank and welcome all the new members. It's great to have you. We hope you enjoy the extra content. We look forward to seeing you in the Discord. And we can't wait to share with you the live recordings of the podcast. Again, the new episode is going live tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And I think we're going to actually be continuing this series or segment where we talk about best cell phone plans. If you have a question about the best cell phone plan for your needs, please leave it in a comment below this video, and we'll try and get to it in a future episode. Maybe we'll even focus the whole episode on it, whether it's individual plans, family plans, device financing. We want to help you get the best, most affordable plan possible, whether it's postpaid, prepaid, or anything else. So thank you all.
Do you want to hit that last?
Yeah. Volt Knight sneaking here. Verizon to 6 lines, $190 a month, 12 months of service. Who should I switch to for unlimited data and stuff? Honestly, six lines for $190 sounds pretty good to me.
I mean, wasn't he paying less with T-Mobile for like 12?
Yeah. If you can add those 6 to T-Mobile, maybe consider doing that. And I would say Volt, it depends on data usage. It may be possible a shared data plan on US Mobile could be lower cost. But maybe we'll have to dive into this for a future. Like, Dennis, maybe a future episode will be business plan related, so we can really compare the best of the best there.
Yeah, but we're gonna call it as always, guys. Thank you. Before you leave, don't forget to smash that like button. It means a lot to us, and to all the people that are still holding on the fence, if you're not already, highly recommend becoming a member of the Patreon. Patreon.com/SessionDogIt. There is a ton of extra content. Your support goes a long way, and I'd rather see, if you're going to give us money, I'd rather see you do it that way. That way we can give you something back in return in the form of the extra content, the emotes, and many other cool things. I especially want to be able to talk to you guys in the Discord, which is just popping off. So, peace, guys.
Right on. Peace.